Another group of highly credible witnesses is represented by airline pilots, who often observe unidentified flying objects of exceptional dimensions while traveling along the regular commercial routes.
Pilots make especially good UFO witnesses. They know what's normal in the sky and what isn't. They've seen all different kinds of airplanes routinely. When a pilot reports a UFO, there's a better than average chance that that's what it was.
February 28, 1996, flight Air Shuttle 5959, traveling from Detroit to Cleveland, observes a strange object of pulsating light that seems to be floating on the clouds right below.
Cleveland is 5959. We see traffic out there at a lower altitude. Do you have one later? Air Shuttle 5959, that's a negative, sir. I don't have anything out in front of you. Can you get an estimate on an altitude on it? Here, I'm going to estimate 2,000 feet below us, maybe, and sort of pulsating right about, I don't know, 10 miles out.
The exchange is heard by a second plane, Mesaba 3179, who joins in the conversation.
Is that northwest of Detroit? Did you see that light? Yeah. Well, that's what I saw, a real bright white light, sometimes flickering underneath the cloud. Air Shuttle 5959, is that traffic that you saw earlier? Do you see him out there any longer? And that's permanent, but it looks like a rotating light around it, like a frisbee type thing, and it's going around it. Well, Mesaba 3179, would you think it might be like a reflection, maybe perhaps off a beacon that for some reason is just one of those weird things, natural phenomena? Because I got nothing out there. It's definitely distinct whitish, well, it's looking a little red and greenish light sort of pulsating, and it is constant. It's not a beacon.
At this point, the pilot from the first plane decides to descend in altitude in order to observe the object with his own eyes.
Shuttle 5959. Just to keep you advised, we're descending to 4,000 feet right now, and as we descended through 10,000 feet, that object is above us right now. It is not on the ground. It's about 10,000 feet. I'll tell you what, that is weird. If you're sitting there pulsating.
A similar incident was registered by flight Swissair 127 in August of the same year.
Swissair 127, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I don't know what it was, but it jumped over to like a couple of hundred feet above us. I don't know if it was a rocket or whatever, but incredibly fast, opposite direction. It was too fast to be an airplane.
May 26, 1995. The crew from Flight America West 564, traveling from Florida to Nevada, observes a strange object with a series of flashing lights floating still in the skies of Texas.
There's nothing on their radars on the other spinners at all on that particular area, that object that's up in the air?
It's up in the air.
Affirmative.
What's the altitude about?
I don't know, probably right around 30,000 or so, and it's with a strobe, it starts from going counterclockwise, and the length is unbelievable.
Not seeing anything on their radars, FAA controllers contact NORAD, the American Air Defense System, which confirms to have no operations in progress in the area at that time.
I've got something unusual, and I was wondering if you all happen to know of anything going on out here. I had a couple of aircraft reported something 300 to 400 foot long, cylindrical in shape with a strobe.
Oh.
At 30,000 feet.
We don't have anything going on over that I know of.
This guy definitely saw it run all the way down the side of the airplane. It's right out of the X-Files. I mean, it's a definite UFO or something like that.
After a few minutes, NORAD calls back FAA and confirms the sighting on their radars.
Hey, we're tracking a search-only track kind of where that might have happened. We've been tracking it for about 3-4 minutes now.
In the meantime, the huge cigar-shaped object, over 300 feet long, has disappeared into thin air. What impresses airline pilots the most is usually the speed of these UFOs, which seems unconceivable for our technological means.
They had just underneath our radar, picked up the blip. He's moving about a mile a second. Just pull out straight ahead of us, just disappear. Man, he was there and then he was gone.
Even though this kind of incidence is rather common, neither the FAA nor the military have ever acknowledged the existence of these unidentified flying objects. In fact, pilots are heavily discouraged to talk about these sightings altogether.
The pilots that had seen things and talked about it, some of them were let go, some of them released from their flying and treated as nutcases and things like that.